Hello, and welcome to Ultimate General Civil War, a Union playthrough on normal difficulty. My goal in this campaign was to inflict the maximum number of casualties on the enemy army, and I wanted to see how that affected the scaling system, the manpower pool that the enemy has. During the campaign, I was able to inflict 755,000 casualties on the enemy. And so through the campaign, you will be able to see how inflicting a lot of casualties on the enemy affects their manpower pool. In order to do this, I wanted to build the biggest army possible. And by the end of the game, I have an army in the field of over 200,000 and over 500 cannon. I wanted a huge army because the enemy scales up with you. So if you bring an additional 10,000 men to a battle, the enemy will often bring an additional 10,000 men. And I wanted this to happen because that's an additional 10,000 casualties. So this is a very aggressive game where I go after the enemy in almost every battle, trying to wipe them out. And what I find is that the thing that often saves the enemy is the countdown clock or the timer. So you'll see that too. For this game, I wanted a pretty good kill ratio, but the point of the battles was not the kill ratio, it was to inflict casualties. So I'm willing to accept casualties to get additional kills. But I lost 190,000 during the battle, so that's a pretty solid kill ratio. And I don't know how many of those casualties were Allied troops, and I don't know how many medical gave, if the effects of medicine or medical was calculated in that. And I had medical at 20%, so if you take allies out and the effects of medical, it's a really high kill ratio. I didn't spend any reputation on cash or manpower. I wanted to do this campaign without spending anything on cash or manpower and see what was possible. So before Antietam, I hit over $1 million, and for the rest of the campaign, I pretty much had $1 million. There just wasn't anything to spend money on. I could have, well, actually, at a certain point, I just started throwing money away on things I didn't need. But the game gives you tons of cash, and I found out I didn't need more money than what the game gave me, so there was no reason to spend reputation for either manpower or cash. You can build any kind of army and be successful. I like an artillery-heavy army when playing the Union, end up with over 500 cannon. The other thing you're going to see is the importance of building an officer corps. I built a really strong officer corps I was very happy with, and a lot of really strong units in my first 3 corps. And building an officer corps is just a really important function or thing to do in the game to improve your army performance. It's not enough to have an army of 200,000, you have to have an officer corps that's able to lead that 200,000 in battle. So I hope you enjoy watching this series. This is a very aggressive series of battles. It takes a little while to build an army that's capable of taking the fight to the enemy. But after a certain point, we have that army built, and it becomes really effective at inflicting casualties. So I hope you enjoy the series, and thanks for watching.